People still believe that saturated fat is bad for you. So I'm going to try to clear that up. I'm going to start by talking about oils and what kind of oils you should be adding in your food, what kind of stuff you should be avoiding. For example, a common question is, are vegetable oils good for you? My answer to that will be no. You shouldn't cook with vegetable oils. You should avoid them as much as you can. And in the other hand, we have the saturated fats, which have been demonized and stigmatized for decades now, because they have been linked, or so they claim, to heart disease and high cholesterol and stuff like that.
Many health experts in the media are continually telling you that saturated fat isn't healthy, and I'm telling you this is a myth.
The hypothesis that when you eat high fat, that then that produces high cholesterol, and the cholesterol produces heart disease, is wrong in every one of those links.
This whole idea that dietary fat causes cholesterol problems is sort of a myth. The whole idea that cholesterol problems lead to heart disease is a myth.
The theory is completely and totally wrong. It was a theory that was made out of whole cloth and then pushed.
The good thing about saturated fat, and one reason I'm always talking about coconut oil, for example, saturated fat is solid at room temperature. For example, butter and coconut oil, and that's the only two things that I use to cook when I do cook, because I try to eat raw food as much as I can. But when I do cook, I try to do it with coconut oil or butter.
Half of the fat in coconut oil is a fat called lauric acid, and lauric acid is a medium chain fatty acid which has antibacterial, antiviral, and antiprotozoal properties, and your body converts this to monolaurin, and monolaurin is a monoglyceride which is very potent, and it can actually destroy lipid-coated viruses. So this is one of the key reasons that you would like to consume or consider consuming coconut oil, because the sources of monolaurin are very few in our diet. So it's a phenomenal source of monolaurin.